able to block that brand ultimate and get it going to take victory for game 1. And so we're back. I'm General Dill. We still have Front Lash in here, and now we're joined by Light Pulse 94, the one and only victory for game lane Jace main. Yep. And so we'll jump right in. We have bands coming out. Go ahead.
I was just going to say it's nice to have you. Also, we didn't really talk about what we thought about who should be MVP for Game 1. I don't know if we want to touch on that at all. Well, we can get to that when we're loading.
We'll get to that, yeah.
Loading into the game, since we'll have 3 minutes. Yeah. So, first off, we have Team Champion Spotlight Ashen banning that Xerath. Again, so... this time the brand's also going to be banned by Team Champion Spotlight Ashen. They don't want it to be close, and Team grabbed them by the team and says, "Yeah, well, we don't like your mid laner either." So
a trade of new mid laners. This will be interesting, seeing new champions in there, and another Thresh ban coming out and a Lux ban. So we have a triple ban from Gerg7's champion pool. Well, we may see the Anivia come out, or will we see the Ahri today? Is it time? Time to debut the Ahri Gerg7. I wish I could play Anivia. Stock Daily is sticking on that Nautilus. It worked for him. He was tanky as all hell last game, hitting a few good hooks, able to stay in front of his team.
That dredge line on Fleeing Panda towards the end of that, the deal for Team Champion Spotlight Ashen.
It looks like going with that Janna support.
We're not dissuaded by the Nautilus pick. Ooh, and
Shogun. Oh, how long has Eric been waiting for this moment? Gnarls Barkley with the Cho'Gath top, most likely. We'll see. Plus, he has that insane sustain from his Feast passive.
Right.
He'll just stay in lane and bully other tanks that don't quite have the sustain.
Well, and like, I wouldn't even say one side or the other really won top lane last game. It's just a noodle fight. I'd say, if anything, it might have gone to Stock Dalius. I keep flipping between the two different pronunciations.
Yeah, Stock Dalius is...
He won because he took tower up there first.
But that was off of a refusal to answer the globals with his own teleport, and Charles Barkley did get two early kills.
Yeah, so it's really the jury's out on who really won that lane. It's not blatantly apparent when.
Don't forget, guys, that straw poll is out on who you think is the MVP for Game 1. I have no idea.
Since we apparently have several minute intervals between, we can touch on who we thought played well for MVP worthy titles. Oh, and we have the grab them by the team, but did not ban. They did not ban Kog'Maw. So Team Champion Spotlight Ashen pick up
Kog'Maw for Budnificent. That was another massive champion for them in the quarterfinals. Budnificent able to turn around, getting a nice quadra kill that turned an entire game on its head when he was behind in that jungle there. Actually, I think he got the pentakill if I don't if I'm not mistaken. Our first and only pentakill so far of the finals tournament for the PMA LCS, but the second pentakill overall. First one going to Team Buys substitute 80 carry on that Twitch Packer Diehard. I will always take that to heart. We won that fight. And it's Sedwani coming out for Theatrics in that jungle on the side of Team Grab Them by the Teemo, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So Sedwani versus Jarvan the Fourth.
A lot of tankiness from Team Grab Them by the Teemo. Not a whole lot of damage stats quite yet, but they haven't picked their mid laner or their 80 carry. And there's Ashe on 80 carry, so
yeah, I mean, not the greatest in terms of early game damage. She really is more of a support 80 carry type of thing if you look into the LCS. Able to just keep everyone locked down with slows and picks on her ultimate, but combined with Sejuani, she'll be able to deal massive amounts of damage having that Janus shield on. So the Ashe is going to be a pretty good 80 carry pick with their team. But can it answer the Kog'Maw in straight teamfight DPS? That's the question. And also, how do we protect this Kog'Maw more?
It's hard for any character in the game really to just match the late game damage output that Kog'Maw has. When he just sets down and just starts autoing, speed is just ludicrous. He just starts melting through teams. So
yeah, and with that tankier jungler out of J4 than last game being on the Graves, I almost want to see like a good Lulu support pick, since that is insanely strong with the Kog'Maw. One of the top tier supports right now, especially with Kog'Maw being so strong off the Blade of the Ruined King changes.
I feel like I feel like if DG Harley Quinn doesn't play Lulu for their team, but
Braum wouldn't be bad either. They still do have the option for Braum.
Right.
Oh, they take Anivia away from the mid lane, dropping that for DG Mad Hatter.
Wow.
Oh,
because it's for us.
Greg, I want to play Anivia too, but it's not gonna happen, mate.
Ziggs. I'm telling you, pick the Ziggs, you can poke out the
Ziggs.
Anivia, and you can survive a lot of the damage, you can backline ult the Kog'Maw. I think Ziggs is going to be the pick here for Gerg 7.
And we do see the Braum going with that Kog'Maw. A little bit extra beefy frontline protection, not quite the Lulu peel ability, but still.
Lulu was open as well.
Yeah.
Right, we think that it's just a matter of
personal preference.
Harley Quinn probably just doesn't play Lulu or just isn't as comfortable on Lulu. Despite the strength of the champion right now, it doesn't matter how fast the car is if you don't know how to drive. So
Lulu's really easy. And then we see Ziggs coming out for Gerg 7.
So
this will be a game.
Yeah. What are you thinking? Same story as last game where team grabbed them by the Teemo was on a clock and
I don't know. The Kog'Maw clock, not as big. Although, unless you're going for that infinite scaling Cho'Gath.
there's only so much a Cho'Gath can do. If there's an Anivia wall between the Cho'Gath and the Kog'Maw, then Kog'Maw can just gun down the Cho'Gath. Kog'Maw can cut through it.
Jesus Christ. Wow.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
And so, right now, our MVP vote, only one vote right now, and that's me. I voted for Budnificent. I think Budnificent did a great job, despite getting caught out a little bit with his dashing into Brand passive for some reason that one time. I think he did a good job. He got ahead in lane early. He kept the lead going. He never fell behind Bearded Bear Lover. And he just put out incredible damage, shredding through that Shen on the front line. But Gnarls Barkley went in on Shen. Man, he had to meet face first with the Lucian, who would cull him, just laser him down, double shot. He really did good work on that Lucian.
Yeah. The only one or two other champions that I would argue for MVP would be DG Mad Hatter. Blow up two champions, both carries, resulting in because there was just no damage coming in on the side of Team Grab Them by the Teemo. Overall, nice zoning event Horizons. He didn't get nearly as many executes as he would have liked with that Primordial Burst, but the other one I would argue for would be just DG Harley Quinn. Even if it wasn't on purpose, that shield at the end to block the Pyroclasm ensured that they had the health to push and win the rest of that game. And ults and bot lane, and the ults for initiation weren't nearly as good as the ults for healing, and
yeah, he still did good stuff.
True.
Always nice to have a Braum.
Also true.
Ooh, the votes are split 50-50. One vote for Lucian, one vote for Vigar. Who's gonna win? Find out next time on MVP for Team Champions Spotlight Auction.
I don't know. This is going to be a really volatile matchup. Both teams look pretty scary in terms of team composition. You got the Sejuani, you got the Cho'Gath. On the other side, you got the Nautilus, J4, you got the Anivia, you got the Ziggs in the mid lane. He will never play Udyr in his life. The Ziggs.
Greg sucks at Udyr.
Dude, he's such a buster, dude. He got killed by the freaking Taric mid. I heard that guy's boosted, too.
Yeah, dude. I think Taric mid is trash tier and Udyr's god tier, but just Greg couldn't pull it off.
Against a boosted animal, too. God dang.
I know, dude. Shittiest mid laner in that game. And he lost.
What just happened?
Oh, God. Someone DC'd.
What?
oh no! You hurt his feelings.
Rest in peace.
He's like, I don't need this.
No, real talk, where'd he go?
Oh,
Greg,
no, he probably
Greg,
DC'd.
please. Hey, there he is. Interesting.
And so I think with that dodge, team grabbing by the Teemo loses one pick. So Champion Spotlight Auction will be going in 5 against 4 this game.
Losing their mid laner, but all in all, how much is that really going to hurt them?
Yeah, this time he will feed, and gold lead will not be as substantial as well. A good move, I think, on the side of grab them by the Teemo at this point.
Yeah, I think it was a really safe call to get that volatile, double-edged sword of a later. Yeah,
absolutely.
Definitely a safer play.
I hear he'll be being replaced by Sadistic in the mid lane.
Now, he can solo lane just about as well as he can talk shit. He can talk shit pretty well. So,
Unfortunately,
if I was I'd be very wary.
Fortunately, he can't pick the Kog'Maw and utilize that passive for bonus damage because it's already taken by Budnificent.
True.
Oh, true.
We call it the Zach Cobalt special. How can you add more damage to your stats with Kog'Maw Cathian Surprise?
Gosh, I remember the days when Kog'Maw AP was a thing. Kog'Maw mid, just getting half health for every for every ulti
Every
charge.
spammed ultimate on a half-second cooldown, yeah.
And then the captain surprise pretty much just killing the entire team because it's scaled off of AP. Oh god. Crazy stuff.
Overall, I think I like the team fight more from Grab Them by the Teemo, just from a combination perspective. Having that Ashe, that Ziggs, the Sejuani's Glacial Prison, the Cho'Gath freaking Erupt.
Yeah, they
But,
do
yeah.
have a lot of CC. It just depends on how well they can communicate and chain that up.
And if they
And ultimately, it comes down to, yeah, they have to kill Kog'Maw with it. It doesn't matter how beautiful it is. If they don't hit Magnificent, kill him, then he's just going to gun down the entire enemy team.
Yeah.
that, and they
cannot-
also need to not spend 90% of a 30-second team fight standing in a Nivea ultimate the entire time.
That team.
That team was terrible. Why were they doing that?
I don't know. I mean, Vlad was the only one in the sense of, I need to kill the bird, so I just kept him off of you.
I love Vladimir. I wish I would have played him a lot more.
Adventures in solo queue.
Mm.
I wish
Hopefully
I
they
would've
have the wherewithal to not do that. And so, yeah, Kog'Maw versus the world. Take one.
And it's funny, but they could almost use 4 ult to just kind of make a
You know something?
protective barrier.
Yeah, you know something? In theory, couldn't Nivea just throw the ultimate on top of Kog'Maw?
Yeah. And then diving into Kog'Maw, they would have to sit there and...
Wow. That's a next
This is
level
gonna,
stats.
like, they have to kill Kog'Maw, but it's gonna be very dangerous doing so.
They
Yeah.
have to get through Jarvan Ultimate, they have to get through Nautilus, they have to get through Braum, they have to get through Nivea's crowd control. It's looking nice for Team Champion Spotlight Auction to keep that Kog'Maw alive, but I do still like the ultimate combination coming out from Grab Them by the Teemo.
Yeah, if there's one punishes teams for being grouped up on top of each other like Brand does, that would be Ziggs dropping that what's Super Mega Inferno Bomb.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely destroys teams if they're not careful.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. Does he Mega Inferno Bomb the Kog'Maw or does he Mega Inferno Bomb the team? That's gonna be the trigger issue on the side of Greg with the with the Ziggs. Get rid of a lot of team damage to try and go for the burst on Magnificent on the Kog'Maw. So is it really worth? You know, it just really depends at that point. But I think Greg's gonna be a little hesitant to just go ahead and throw down the Mega Inferno Bomb on a team, or just throw down the Mega Inferno Bomb on a Kog'Maw, all the same. So he definitely has to wait on that.
If Team Champion Spotlight Auction takes as many horrible fights as they did last game in choke points in the jungle, that's going to be one and the same for Greg 7. Just not the greatest choice of team fight positioning last game. Chasing through choke points in the jungle against Brand, well, you got the same thing here. You got the AoE from Sejuani's ultimate and insane Ziggs AoE. So, Team Champion Spotlight Auction gonna have to pick their fights a little bit better this time, but I think if they still came out ahead last game, so we'll see how they can do with the Kog'Maw now this time, the hyper carry, rather than that mid lane Vigar.
Mm-hmm. Sorry guys, a lot of dead space here. It's almost as if someone DC'd out of the client or something. Would have gone to the action already. Oh, who won the MVP vote, by the way?
I don't know. I think 2 people voted, and so it's a tie. Yeah, last I checked, Vigar and Lucian are still tied at 1 vote apiece. My vote and someone else voted. So
that was my vote. I voted for Vigar because I think both of them are equally.
You know what? Just go ahead and give my vote over to Budnificent. There you go. Boom. You got a tiebreaker.
There you go.
And see, I don't know that DG Mad Hatter should be the MVP because he was in poor positioning in those team fights. He was in the front line for half those team fights. He was the first one dead for Team Champion Spotlight Ocean in about half of the major team fights. So he did well. He put out the damage, and he was still Vigar in the end, but not the smartest of positionings. And I think Budnificent just played a little bit better in that regards that game.
Yeah, no, I agree with your reasoning 100%. So good on him. We'll have him in here for evening.
I almost hate that 3-minute spectate delay because it just kind of gives us nothing to do between champion select and this.
Yeah, I mean, we can talk about their team comps and stuff, but we do that
while they're picking, because we do our first round of picks, then we do the actual picks, which gives us all the time to talk, and then it's 3 minutes of waiting. I understand why we do it, and I wouldn't do it any other way, but it's just kind of like, come on.
Should we make
if anyone's
that
stream sniping, we'll kick them.
Well, I mean, it's not even stream sniping. It's just the the fact that not everyone owns champion. Should we make that a requirement from now on? You have to own every single champion to play in the league.
No, I like how we do champion select. I really do like that. I think we need to be more efficient in actually picking our champions in the real champion select instead of just lollygagging and hovering Udyr and then rage quitting. So there's a lot of trolling in the real champion select per se, and just kind of boring for casters.
Yeah. And actually, speaking of casters, shout out to Eric Just Q. Because there was one game in particular that we had to pause the game for, I believe, like the entire duration of the 25 seconds, and this man was just going on and on and on and just kept talking the entire time. Not a lot of people could do that. I know for a fact I wouldn't be able to do that. So huge shout out to that man doing what he does. Because it's amazing.
I think that was our game, wasn't it?
No, because our game was against him when we had the issue with Zach's internet.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, we beat y'all. Woo! So, regular starts here from both sides. Elucido gonna go red buff first. So
I also heard that IE and Yomu's are really going Nautilus.
Yeah. The lethality. That fourth hit proc is gonna be absolutely insane.
Yeah, that doesn't even need to root if it one-shots their 80 carries. So.
Greg missing the first the first bomb there. Good start, really good pacing at this point. It's about sending the message. It's not about hitting the bomb, it's about sending the message. Actually putting on some pretty decent damage on DG Mad Hatter, bringing him to about half health. I'm gonna have to pop the potion early. Well, both of them are actually gonna have to pop the potion early.
Yeah, nice even trade between the two.
Okay, so Anivia doesn't have the cookie passive, so that means she opted for the assassin on that tree.
She's gonna do a lot more damage.
Yeah, as opposed to Greg, who opted for that cookie. Or biscuit, I guess is what it's technically called.
Here, I'll use this amazing thing called technology and look up what they're using.
I mean, I could, but I would have to hop out of my game, and then, like, the stream would be lagging, and it's just the whole thing. Theatrix actually coming around for an early game, gets the knock up there on DG Mad Hatter. Is he gonna fall? The satchel comes out, and he's gonna have to force the flash.
What a very nice slash.
Yeah, good flash, but also just a really good positioning there by Theatrics. Getting hit, but ultimately the charge coming right on through to be able to help him out. And that's an early flash blown for DG Mad Hatter, so he's going to actually have to play a lot safer because Theatrics right now is healthy enough and could just do another run of his jungle to come back and get the regank on him to try and finish up that kill.
And yes, he did take that assassin passive instead of the Runic Affinity's secret stash. But interestingly enough, he also took the penetration masteries instead of the cooldown cap reduction. But Elicita
and then
hops away.
Gets out. Says, I'll take that. And I'll just leave.
And now Gnarls Barkley caught by the dredge line. Elicita is coming in. He lands the flag and drag. Gnarls Barkley knocked up in that top side.
He may have to flash.
Damage forcing the flash. I don't know if he needed to there. I don't know how much damage is going to follow up.
I think he actually need to flash. I think he needed to flash.
Sorry.
Yeah, the red buff was applied. He was getting slowed for a lot. He doesn't have boots. I think that flash was actually really necessary, and he gets to stay in lane at the same time because Spike's OP.
And then there's Vorpal Spikes.
It's that freaking carnivore path. They changed it from beast to carnivore.
Oh, that's an interaction.
Mastery.
Elusive getting the gank off mid. The wall really stopping the satchel charge, but at the same time got knocked up as well, but didn't register the knockup because he got knocked up by the wall. We're gonna have to get a replay on that at some point, or if you're watching the VOD, go ahead and just, go back and look at what happened. That was a very interesting interaction.
Go back and bear witness to the Riot Spaghetti Code.
Yeah. Pretty sure there was a couple of Teemos that died in there.
I'll go back and look it up. Oh. Yeah, so it was just the wall just stopped him in the middle of the satchel charge jump, just canceling that out, so he was stuck down on the ground. And then Elucida came in, did his EQ combo and flashed for some reason to try and land the extra knockup, but it didn't quite work out for him. So flash blown from Elucida there.
Oh, I didn't even realize that he blew flash. Yeah, worth. And Greg actually
coming out behind DG Mad Hatter, who does not have flash.
Yeah, this is gonna be good. It's good. At least
charge.
Pop, yeah. Oh, he's gonna be able to get it. Oh no, he takes the satchel back. Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay, alright, we're good.
Did he trade the kill?
No, no, he didn't. Okay, we're good.
Oh man.
35 health remaining for Theatrics.
Oh man, can you guys hear the maracas in the distance? Because I sure can. That was a party.
That was boosted.
Oh. So you can tell how much Greg actually plays Ziggs there, forgetting that the satchel actually blows him back once it freaking pops. Oh,
that
would
could have been like worse is if he had been standing closer and got launched into tower.
Oh no! But they get the kill. Really good on Theatrics. Punishing GG Mad Hatter for not having the flash up, burning it early. Anivia now has tier, but double Doran's into a tier is not really going to be outputting a lot of damage for a while. So Greg with an early lead here.
Incredibly surprised.
Are you serious?
If you time Anivia's Q right, it applies double damage for the initial damage and then for the stun damage, and then the frostbite will critically strike on anything that's caught slowed from that. So Anivia does surprising damage for not having AP. She usually builds lots of mana items early.
So she also gonna go for the what's it called?
Out of Ages?
Yeah.
Most likely.
Okay. Gonna get the free stack here on the minion. Or no, actually the feast is down, so not gonna get the free stack off the minions.
Elucida sneaking in here. I think the minions are a little too close though. For them to move up into the next brush.
And there's that burst. DG Mad Hatter half health Gurg 7 under that turret, trying to poke him out after pushing it in.
Yeah, but he doesn't have any more sustain at the same
Far
time.
enough.
Doesn't have any more cookies.
The minions are far enough now in bot lane for Lucida to slide into that brush, but he's just like, oh, I'm out of here. See ya.
Waited too long and gave up.
Yeah, not exactly the easiest to gank an Ashe, especially if the Ashe is just playing really, really behind. Oh, and a nice knockup from Gnarls Barkley. Gonna have to blow the flash again. So that's, man, that flash is now on perma cooldown for DG Mad Hatter for the last 8 minutes.
Ugh.
Just immediately after coming off of cooldown, gonna have to blow it again. So that leaves another window for Theatrix, who is now close to getting level 6.
Theatrix caught out a little bit here, but Magnificent and DJ.
Oh no, but Magnificent actually gets caught. They're gonna be able to turn this.
Nice 3-man ult.
Oh, Panda's gonna go down.
But...
A double kill for that Kog'Maw.
Oh man, that is not what you want on Team Grab Them by the Teemo. You do not want to give kills to that Kog'Maw.
And in
It's unfortunate timing there.
And in Classic, Team grabbed them by the solo mid style. They put all that pressure on the mid lane and end up losing huge in the bot lane.
We'll see.
It's really unfortunate. Really unfortunate. Elucida getting 6 before Theatrix. Just not really being able to come back with an ultimate of his own. And,
Incredibly far ahead in farm there for the Jarvan. 43-17.
Mountain Drake picked up by Team Champion Spotlight Auction. And you can't discount, because I know a lot of times people say, oh, well, look at so-and-so's farm as a jungler. And yeah, that is, like, the number of creeps that you've killed is one thing to go off of, but you also have to consider that, like, if you killed 5 Gromps, that would be worth a lot more gold than Raptor Camp.
Yep.
Minions in total. Not to say that's a really extreme example, but you understand what I'm saying.
yeah.
The big camps give more gold, so if it's a little hard, the stats get a little skewed like that.
Yeah, but those little the camps with more creeps do give more experience. So Elucida just keeping ahead in experience because of that. And now on your Will Brooks farm update, pretty even in all across the lanes. Actually, almost dead even, basically. I don't even know why I'm bothering to look at that.
Why is that Will Brooks?
Wasn't the last time we streamed with Will, he'd just chime in every like 3 minutes on the farm update?
Right now, though.
A nice little segment.
Yeah, farm down.
It's like the weather. The
now
weather.
We got Will Brooks for the weather. I mean the CS counts.
Oh my gosh, that's pretty funny.
Oh well, it's about dead even.
We had like 5 people in the casters booth, so really there wasn't too much that he could say, really.
Wait, what? Oh, wasn't that during All Stars?
No,
When was that?
that was CSO's quarterfinal match.
Wasn't I there? No. I was playing that. Right.
Oh yeah, that's right. We
Right.
were playing that. We had 5 people in here during your guys' match, and Bill would just give the farm update every few minutes.
If you're interested in the farm, feel free to watch that VOD back and
I'm still too salty to be watching that VOD. I'm still way too salty to be watching that VOD right now. It cuts a little deep, man. So speaking of farms, it's actually dead even all across, minus the 10
Except for that top lane, a little bit of farm flavor in the favor of Gnarls Barkley, and that's generally how that matchup between Gnarls and Stock Dailies has been in all their previous matches. But now, Magnificent getting a little aggressive on Bearded Bear Lover and playing Panda, able to shield off a good portion of the damage, but
flexing their muscles a little bit, see how much damage they can put down on that bot lane. And
rushing that Runaan's Hurricane early on the Kog'Maw.
I mean,
wow, straight in.
Interesting choice.
Not even the Bork first.
No Bork, no Trinity Force, no.
Well, most of the time in general, when you see AD carries, yeah, most of
no
the time you
Rage
see AD
Blade.
carries.
Oh, Kog'Maw has just
Rush.
such a plethora of items you can get firsts.
He's actually ahead
Nice
too.
stuff.
He's 2-0. He could have
Ooh, and
easily.
Theatrics comes in. Oh, nice!
Oh no! Flying Panda, what'd you do?
Oh, and the turnaround though.
No, we did. Oh, getting smited down. Dude, Bevel's gonna go down as well. But Greg is here. He's putting down the damage. DG Harley Quinn's looking like he's gonna go down as well. A triple kill coming out from Greg on the on the Ziggs.
On the Ziggs. The hero ult.
Yeah.
I was having a little bit of a PTSD moment there when I saw the just start turning lockdown and just start auto attack. I was like, oh boy, here we go again. But Greg there with the ult.
Not bad. And because he is Ziggs, he's going to be able to take this first tower before the Anivia in just the right amount of time, too.
That satchel charge coming in clutch.
Yeah. And I question though Stock Daily is canceling that teleport from Gnarls Barkley. It was already a lost fight for CSO. He probably should have just let Gnarls Barkley finish that teleport in instead of going to cancel it, and then just pushed out his wave and taking an advantage top.
Yeah.
Although it's really hard. It's really hard as a top laner to have the foresight to
Do
look
not
and
give
see if they're.
excuses for this, man.
No, I'm saying that it's hard to see whether or not, like, when you're playing top lane, if you
Oh, Bearded Barrel Lover caught by Elucida here. He got the flag and drag. Bearded Barrel Lover flashed over. Elucida chased him over, smites him down, autos him for the kill. 3
Yeah,
kills
he
now on
queued.
this Jarvan, but
Oh no, he missed the Q!
he flagged after the drag.
Oh no, DG May had actually caught up in a really bad spot. Burning Flash again, right as it comes off from cooldown. Oh my god, this man can't get a break.
yeah, team grabbed him by the solo mid all over that mid lane again.
Oh my gosh. They have to take a tower. All in all, pretty good trade there. Well, actually, yeah, they're trading two of their men for a tower. Not the worst.
Well, we have dragon spawning here in 13 seconds, so we'll see what kind of vision and just general pressure we see get set up here.
Okay, I gotta take down that ward. Blue buff gonna go over to Greg. Doesn't look like it's gonna be really contested. Champions Ball Ashen hasn't exactly started the dragon as well. Looking like they're trying to maybe bait it. Miles Barkley does
Only
not
too
have the
busy.
TP.
They just don't have their team there. The Anivias and Jarvan are in the jungle. It's just the bot lane sitting in that river. Team grabbed them by the team unaware that it was only 2 members. Just playing very passive.
Wait. Is Eric running T-Lords on threat on Cho'Gath?
Oh, Fleeing Panda.
Yes, he is running Thunderlords on Cho'Gath.
What? Why?
I don't know. You'll have to ask him.
Why would you run T-Lords? What?
Courage of the Colossus or Grassly Undying would be arguably much better.
Where's the argument? I'm confused. Where would you give the argument that T-Lords is an okay, like...
He does more damage, duh.
But...
Against the Nautilus, you definitely don't take Thunderlord. There's no way you're gonna be killing Nautilus.
Is this sort of the same path we're taking where Nasus outscales Alawi at some point?
No, I'm just being facetious.
Oh, okay. Alright, cool. So am I. Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah, so there's an easy way to punish that actually, because Eric won't be able to tank as well as if he had the Courage of the Colossus or Stoneborn Pact as well.
Uh-oh. Team grabbing my team a little caught out here.
Oh, Gnarls Barker
Greg on
actually
the back line.
doing some pretty big damage, but not gonna be able to get followed up. Ooh, but there comes the
Trade damage
Ziggs.
back.
Doesn't have a Mega Inferno Bomb.
Alright. They already used it.
There's a kill back for the Anivia. Trying desperately to catch back up to this Ziggs in gold. Where's my gold again?
X.
Down 1,500 gold to the Ziggs in that mid lane, just from the constant pressure of them just taking Anivia's flash away, forcing him to play super safe, and then Gerg7 being able to run bot off of that.
You know, something else interesting to know. I don't understand why they didn't give the buff over to Gerg7 on the Ziggs. That would have been substantially better, because then you have the Glimpse of the Void passive along with the Satchel Charge, along with just the fact that he's a Ziggs and towers are really afraid of that freaking Yordle. So,
but he doesn't want to be alone is the issue, and the Glimpse of the Void only charges up that damage when you're isolated from your team.
Oh, does it? I guess I'm isolated way too often for me to understand that.
Yes, you are an Nasus player at heart, and you just don't know it.
I don't like that Doge.
Well, to kind of finish on that thought I had earlier about top laners, like when you see the other top laner channeling a teleport, like 9 times out of 10, interrupting it if you can is the right play.
It's all on team communication. They need to communicate, hey, we're dead. We're screwed. This teleport's gonna waste his time.
Waste his time 2017.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's the thing we've seen in the Gnarls Barkley stock Dailius matchup previously, is just wasteful teleports and wasteful cancels of them non-stop.
Yeah.
But good tank v tank matchup. If you enjoy watching pillow fights, these two are great and perfectly even in their fights.
I'm sorry. Just keep shoutcasting.
Now all we need to do is put Eric and Wyatt in some bikinis.
Oh, Theatri's gonna get caught out, gonna get stunned down. Oh, Scuttle being the hero! Doesn't really matter. Lucida has the damage. Ziggs is going down.
Yeah, and you got this damaged Jarvan, so it doesn't matter how fed that Ziggs is or how good he is at teamfight damage. If Lucida gets back there and catches Gerg7, and Janna's not there to protect or anyone, he's gonna die. And they're going for an aggressive 20-minute, 30-second Baron here.
Oh, when they have Mountain Drake and they have Magnificent on this pretty healthy, pretty well-fed Kog'Maw, that's an easy take for them.
Wow, they didn't.
Yeah, got his Blade of the Rune. His Blade of the Rune King finished. So percent health damage off that. Percent health damage then again off of his Bio Arcane Barrage. He is just shredding that thing.
Gerg has all 5 of their team's kills.
Yeah.
And they got the jungle. That was the most perfect time to do a 20-minute drag or Baron if there was one.
Yeah, we all know what happens when Ziggs has the only kills on your team. It doesn't go well when he just gets jumped on, and now Gnarls Barkley under fire by Stock and Illucida.
Nice threat line by Stock. All comes down.
I think he might be dead. Illucida still does not have the Cataclysm.
And
doesn't really matter. Yeah.
Any damage.
See, one of those arguments where maybe Stoneborn Pact would have been the better option there. At least a little bit of tank to survive until Fling Panda or Theatrix gets there.
Ooh, Magnificent taking a lot of damage from that bomb. And Ash Arrow comes out, and now we see the Mega Inferno Bomb, and...
Oh, he's dead.
He's dead. Caught out, pushing mid lane by himself, while his mid and support are down to the bot. I mean, it's just the decision making from CSO isn't quite there sometimes on these rotations. But, hey, still able to put damage on this turret. Gerg7 taking a lot of damage, walking into the Anivia Glacial Storm. And they still, Champion Spotlight Ashen still takes that turret down.
Yeah.
5k gold lead coming out from the side of Champion Spotlight Ashen at the moment. There's just been some really big communication errors on the side of Grab Them by the Teemo. You know, just not really being split up. Meanwhile, you know, Champion Spotlight Ashen never really alone. You know, I say that, but Buddy just got caught out in mid. But other than that, you know, they've been pretty good about holding hands, making sure that no one goes into the jungle alone, and they've been rewarded with picks. Like you're just about to see right now, Lucida, will he drop the Cataclysm on Theatrics? No, he's just going to take the Blast Cone away. Oh, he's still looking for something.
Man, that was 2 auto attacks from a Bioarcane barraging Kog'Maw. That does so much percent health damage. Theatric's not up there in resistances yet. Got a little bit of armor from the fact that he's Sejuani, but yeah, no, he takes a ton of damage from all of that.
Well,
and
the top
lane Panda forced to flash away.
The fight remains pretty much unchanged, just now some of the minions are purple.
That's a free dragon on the side of CSO as well.
Yeah, man, I'm saying we need to get some custom skins in here. Get Eric and Wyatt in some sexy underwear for their pillow fight. Be much more entertaining.
Oh my gosh.
Cho'Gath in sexy underwear.
You know, I'm gonna be honest. That's one of the reasons why I hate playing tanks, because it's just so boring. It's just such a boring lane. Like,
you gotta play Shen. You can be aggressive as all hell on Shen.
I can't play Shen to save my life.
DG Harley Quinn caught out a little bit. The extra space checking into LZ.
Oh.
3-man knockup, and oh my gosh, the Cataclysm annihilates the bearded bear lover. He's still in the middle. He finally goes down to the beast. But this is still a 2v3 now. Theatrics sitting in the Glacial Storm. Gnarls Barkley, one more hit. DG Mad Hatter picks up 3 kills. And
that's huge for Team Champion Spotlight Ashen.
That full damage Jarvan, if he catches you by surprise, you are dead. But if you catch him, there's no way he's going to survive. And he caught them this time. 3-man knockup, 3-man Cataclysm, annihilates Bearded Bear Lover's Ash.
So that ult having 0 Ash ult, just having 0.
Oh my!
But now, stuck. Good thing Nautilus is such a big hitbox, because that would have most certainly hit Magnificent if it wasn't.
Yeah.
Bearded Bear
flashing in aggressively, trying to chase this down for kills.
Greg doesn't have any mana.
And the
Barkley teleporting in.
And a wall says no. Take the scenic route.
Oh
man.
Greg flashes in, he uses his remaining mana. The Glacial Storm buying a little bit of time. Living Artillery comes out, dealing a bit of damage.
Lucida on the backside. Theatrics goes in, the wall separates Theatrics from the rest of the team. Theatrics goes down.
Lucida's here, he Cataclysms on the Gerd, takes him down. Oh, this fight continues. Gnarls Barkley munches down Lucida. Bearded Bear Lover putting out damage. And the Unbreakable coming out, saving Magnificent's life, turning this entire fight. Oh my. What a nice Braum Unbreakable, jumping in front of Bearded Bear Lover to catch the damage for Magnificent when he's
the last second.
And DG Mad Hatter teleports bot lane. He's gonna get an inhibitor turret off this. 5 seconds still on Theatrics.
Looks like he's gonna take it too.
Turnaround by Team Champion Spotlight Ashen. Good general awareness to realize, hey, we can turn this. Nice wall by DG Mad Hatter to really separate the teams apart. Good team fight for them. And also really well played by DG Harley Quinn to get in there with that shield. That saved their Kog'Maw. It's the reason they took second tier mid just there.
Jim. Oh, Greg not quite sniping that. Drops the mastery anyway. DG Mad Hatter popping the Seraph's Embrace passive, just walking away. Not sure that was needed, but not the longest cooldown. Okay, I lied. That's a 2-minute cooldown. It just feels like it's always up for me when I have that item. Maybe it's because I forget to use it.
Possibly.
Yeah, Champions Ashen is exactly where they want to be with this Kog'Maw. They are up 9,000 gold right now, and
9,000 gold.
Kog'Maw is huge. He's on his 3 items. He's got the Blade of the Rune King. He has the Runans. Has the Ginsu's Rage Blade, and Lucida is just decimating carries on this Assassin Jarvan.
The team grabbing them by the Timo right now is that Yeah, Kog'Maw is the #1 target, but you can't ignore Anivia or J4 either. They're all really scary threats. Oh, really put damage down on that team. So, gonna be a lot harder for Team Grab Them by the Teemo to pick up the slack this game. They were ahead early last game, but quite that much of a lead and are currently down 10,000 gold. Team just in a commanding place to really just looking to end this out. Got the wave clear, they've got the... Well, they just need to... They have all the pieces of the puzzle. They just need to put them together the right way. Oh, nice combo from Theatrix and Gurg. The DG Mad Hatter's Agnivia has been popped.
No peel for Bearded Bear Lover.
But Nivison going back into the fight.
I don't know about that one.
Utilizing the Zach Cobalt special. Can he get damage up? Almost takes down 2. DG Mad Hatter caught with the knockup. Gnarls Barkley in the middle of the fight. Takes down Gurg7, stepping forward a little bit too much. Billy Panda flashes away. Gnarls Barkley casually hobbles away. Giant Void Monster. It's hard to kill.
Yeah. And they have another dragon spawning in 9 seconds.
Very nice fight though still from Grab Them by the Teemo. Taking down 2 for 1.
Dragon going over to
4 Elemental Drakes for Champion Spotlight Osh, and if this game goes to the Elder Drake, then that is going to be a huge true damage buff for them.
I really like that back end for Nivea. The new what, Festival?
Yeah, Festival.
Festival Anivia.
Lots of control words up here. Gonna get swept out. Lucy needs to be careful not to get picked. Uh-oh.
Bleeding Panda cut out, but Nivison on the side. Isolated though.
In a really weird spot. Yeah, he's in a really odd place for this fight. Yeah.
He's playing the role of DG Mad Hatter this game.
And just can't pressure Baron enough because those supers pushing in bot means that Team Champions
Gnarls Barkley teleporting into this Baron. The Mega Inferno Bomb comes out, half health to LOC. Baron's already gone. Gnarls Barkley's in there. Gnarls Barkley is going down. Able to flash away. The damage from Budnificent just too much, forcing him out of the pit. And that percent health damage really ramps up when you just stack insane amounts of health on Cho'Gath. So the Kog'Maw, really nice pick there.
Oh, absolutely. Definitely a pick to be respected. Oh, nice!
Dredge line by the Dredge line. Elocita flashes in. Now comes the Cataclysm. The fight's going down. The Glacial Storm is all over that Cataclysm. They take down 2. Pushing in right now. Harley Quinn flashes over the tornado.
This might be it.
This could be the game. Oh, Ash absolutely annihilated by the Anivia.
And I think this is game, fellas.
Cleanly aced. Turrets are going down. Baron buff, Super Minion there. Team Champion Spotlight Ocean, game 2 in their court. They are headed to finals.
Well, congratulations to them. They picked a good comp that second game. They played around it. Getting behind nonsense in the early game like they did the first game, and it was just a really clean game for them.
Absolutely. Just so much damage coming out from the side of the Anivia. Greg still putting out the most damage in game with the 28k. but doesn't really matter when the rest of his team just really, really falls behind in that same chart. Meanwhile, you have DG Mad Hatter on the Anivia putting up 25K, but you also have the backup from Elucido putting up his own 20K, and, Budnificent not really being far behind. And meanwhile, no one else was really to the same level as Greg on the side of Grab Them by the Teemo, and ultimately that became their demise.
But I mean, there's not a whole lot you can do with their comp. Like, yeah, Ziggs does a lot of damage, but they pretty much just have tanks and Peel.
Oh, absolutely.
And Ash does do damage, but just it does not match that of Kog'Maw, let alone J4 and Anivia on top of that. So
yeah, especially Elucida just on that Jarvan being able to be such a huge threat, being able to get in the back line 2-3-shotting their carries, and unfortunately not enough Peel on the side of Team Grab Them by the Teemo.
Yep. So, all right, what are we thinking for MVP in Game 2?
Well, we still have to put it up to a vote, so we gotta do that. Dylan, if you please.
I'm on it.
Gracias. Honestly, from this standpoint, I would probably have to give it up. DG Mad Hatter. DG Mad Hatter, because he made that Anivia pick work. Most damage in game for a good reason. Able to pop whoever it is that he needed to pop as well. Either DG Mad Hatter or Elucida. Elucida, not having the best game one, was able to come back and just really show out what he can do on these damage carries type junglers, and just disrupting Team Grab Them by the Teemo's backline to no end, to the point to where they were afraid of even engaging. They took away a lot of that engage potential away from Theatrix and the Sejuani. So if I had to give it up to one or two players, those would have to be my two.
Yeah, I absolutely have to agree, especially with the DG Mad Hatter pick, just because I think back to when they were being chased down in top lane, that wall that separated their team and allowed for them to turn around and re-engage and come out huge, get way more out of what they should have. All very well played by the entirety of their team. And I think that second game was well won, well played by them.
Absolutely. So that's gonna be just about it. We'll give it up until the 25 to give a last little bit there for the voting to come through. So far, we have 2 votes on Elucido on J4, 1 vote for Stock Dailies on the Nautilus, and 2 votes for DG Mad Hatter on the Anivia. So make sure you go ahead and get your votes in. I know I voted. Hope you guys voted as well. But yeah, let's who won for game 1? That would be Buddy, correct?
Yeah, we chose Buddy because John and I were the only ones that voted. So.
All right, so we're gonna yeah, and then I ended up breaking the tie with the Buddy vote as well. So so we'll go ahead and get Buddy in here whenever he gets ready. And we're still waiting. 3 votes to 3. DG Mad Hatter and Elucida. Make sure you guys get in your votes. We're running on 3 minutes now. If a tiebreaker were to occur, we would then the casters would then pretty much break up the tie just like we did last time, to ensure that we get a second round MVP this time. Well, in any case, while we're waiting for all of this to happen, thank you guys for coming to the stream and whatnot. Semifinals drawing to a close. Your final matchup is going to be Team Champion Spotlight Ocean versus the Comeback Kids. Two teams that had to actually make a run from the quarterfinals to get here. So you know, the 1 seed and the 2 seed dropping really early in both of these.
No, Comeback Kids is the 2 seed. They had the free pass.
Oh, you guys were the.
We were the 3rd seed.
I could have sworn they played a quarterfinal. Okay, never mind. I'm lying to you guys. But in any case, it's still Champion Spotlight Ocean versus Team comeback kids. It's going to be a really, really explosive matchup. Two very team-oriented teams as well. Like, that's something to be said because, you have Allie and what she can bring pick comp-wise to the game. And then you also have Champion Spotlight Austin, who this game showed that they can win games through their team compositions as well. So it's going to be really, really interesting to see. I think there's going to be a lot more strategy coming in this final round than we've seen in these prior playoff games. So make sure you guys try and catch that, and we'll try and post updates on when that's going to be for you guys for sure. If not, go ahead, give us a follow, so that way whenever we go live, you guys know, in case you didn't get the message and be like, oh, or you guys forgot and be like, oh dang, the final round of PMEA is on, I should definitely catch that. There's also going to be a third place match as well, so you definitely want to catch that. It's going to be Team Grab Them by the Team versus Team Vi Redemption. It's going to be a little bit of a redemption match for you guys, Team Vi, because you guys did you got the tie, so it's going to be a pretty interesting match to see. What would happen if it went Game 3 during the season.
Oh, I know what would happen. I would have gone Urgot and shit all over Greg.
Oh!
Oh, God.
I'm ready.
Alright, guys, we got 1 minute left on this MVP voting. Still 3-3. We got one vote over there for Harley Quinn on LeBron.
One for Stock Delius on the Nautilus. I wonder who that could be.
This is why you don't play tanks. If you want to get MVP in the top lane, you don't play tanks. All right,
And that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
It's like hashtag never won MVP, my friend. It's because hashtag never play carry top lane.
yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like you can't just win MVP by playing tanks. You got to do something, my man. I'm sorry. It's just the fact of life.
We understand you landed clutch hooks, but
You were ahead
without the
11k
team
gold.
there to... It's rough. Like I believe me, I understand, especially as a top laner. I understand how it is. Poppy, because Poppy's like a pseudo tank, like is tanky but does lots of damage.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, same. I play the Volibear, so it's just like... Also, to be fair, Alawi could be considered a tank. I'm just saying.
I think she falls further under the bruiser category.
She can still be played as a tank. I'm gonna make that little toss in the hat there. But in any case, so the 25-minute mark is up. We have 3 votes for Elucida, 3 votes for DG Mad Hatter, and then 1 vote apiece for Stockadelius and DG Harley Quinn. So we're gonna have to go and get to the casters. Who did you guys pick for the MVP this game?
I picked Elucida on that Jarvan. He was pretty big. He made humongous picks, and he turned around a few good fights down in the bot lane, picking up an early double kill for the Kog'Maw with a counter gank, and then later on picking up a double kill for himself despite going down. And he really just got rolling and was able to pick off Greg on that Ziggs in the jungle, in the backside of fights, and just annihilate Bearded Bear Leveler in a few of those fights. So I think Elucida got that one for me.
All right, John, what you got?
I said DG Mad Hatter strictly because Dylan said Elucida.
You motherfucker.
But in reality, I do think that DG Mad Hatter played a solid Anivia game. Had some really nice walls. Just a ton of damage, especially at the end there. Practically one-shotting the Ashe towers. Just did what they needed to do. Managed to stay relevant in a game. Their lane opponent was the one with all the kills.
Okay. All right. Well, unfortunately, John, I'm going to have to agree with Dylan on this one, and I personally gave my vote over to Elucida on the J4. Just piggybacking off of what I said at the end of the game, his backline disruption was just way too much for Grab Them by the Teemo to really initiate and do anything safely. And really punished Panda as well, something we didn't really talk about, for not sticking right next to Rob on Bearded Bear Lover to be able to peel for him, knock J4 up, and to sort of mitigate a lot of that damage. But in any case,
I'm gonna have to give it to J4 because, and also the fact that Elucida came back from a really, really bad game one on the grave, something that you generally don't see, and for a lot of players that can be really, really disheartening. But he didn't let that affect him, and he came back and did what Elucida does, and that is carry, carry, carry. So I'm gonna have to give it to Elucida.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. It's a good call.
Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and get them on here for an interview. Boop, 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 boop. I'm guessing this is him. Hello, is this Buddy?
Hey! Yep, this is me.
Okay.
Oh, hello.
Can you stop with the guitar in the background?
You hold on to this for a second. Thank you.
All right. Hey, tell your boy Elucida to get on here as well.
Hansu? Okay. I don't know which one. There's two League of things. Okay, hold on.
I'll message him. How about this?
I'm doing it right now. I'm on a different computer. It's on my phone.
We can all message him. Let's all do it.
Okay, I did it.
I already messaged him as well.
Are we still on stream?
Yes.
Hey, stream!
So Stock is saying he should have won MVP for Game 2. I don't know how I feel about that.
Wyatt just wants an MVP. Maybe for the finals.
Alright, hey, there's Hansu. What's up, dude?
Hey, what's good, homies?
Alright, so we can go ahead and get this interview done. What's it called? I guess I'll go first. I wasn't really here for Game 1, but I caught a little bit of the end of it there. So I just want to ask, what were your guys' plan coming into this game, going against the number 1 seed in the PME LCS? What was the blueprint? What was the style going into this game?
Operation Shutdown Greg.
Yep, that's it. That's it.
All right, so like how did you guys feel like how we're gonna do that?
How do you think you performed on that goal?
I mean, it was pretty easy. It was like, do what we did against Sebastian, but against Greg.
Yeah.
And you guys say it was easy, but perhaps that first game, and it went pretty late for shut him down, so to speak. But definitely much more effective the second game, although he still managed to get 5-1.
Yeah, Greg is really, really scary. So we had to shut him down whenever possible. And sorry, what was the question again?
Like Operation Kill Greg was y'all's blueprint and everything, but in Game 1 it looked like you guys actually struggled with that a bit up until late. So what was the conversation like during the game? To make that plan happen. Like what was the discussion going on?
I was pretty much useless. We were relying on Lucian and Nautilus as well as Vigar to be able to gang up on Greg once we got the items. Because, Fed Brand is not a fun brand to go against. With his ulti and his passive, it's a team wipe right there. You don't want to... And we didn't want to engage any losing fight, so we played very passively. But we made sure we target him with the auto-lock CC from Nautilus, as well as just any CC we can get on him. Which worked out late game, but not as much as early and mid game. His damage was way too much.
And now, did you guys remember that Brahms Unbreakable is able to actually mitigate the pyroclasm and delete it from the game?
Yeah, it took us 30 minutes to figure that one out.
Okay.
Yeah, it took us like in the middle, like in the mid game, like, oh wait, that's a thing. Oh shoot.
Because we had kind of commentated about that going in from Champ Select, saying that late game, that's kind of what needed to happen. If that happens, that you guys are just absolutely steamrolling team fights, and sure enough, the first fight where you really mitigated that pyroclasm, you guys raffle stomped them in that team fight. And
once we figured out the strengths, it was pretty straightforward. Like, we realized like at 30 minutes, like, oh wow, I'm on Lucian and I have like 150 CS over my opponent. Like, I should probably just go in and fight. And we did, and we won.
Yeah, we also got a really nice pick at the end of the game, which snowballed us to victory, which was very nice. The enemy team, driven by the team, played very nicely as well. So we were actually very afraid we were gonna lose the first game.
Yep.
It was looking a little rough for you guys early there. You guys managed to pull it out.
Yeah, not my proud game.
Yeah, I was saying that on stream. I was like, man, 1-5 Hansu on Graves. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen too often. But you guys still pulled it out and everything. Buddy did carry you guys, so good on Buddy. That's why he got the MVP vote from me that time around.
Shout out to our substitute support though. He really enabled me to farm free the whole lane.
Mm-hmm.
And then just carry the late game. He really enabled me to do what I needed to do.
All right.
Oh, also one more thing about just Frank playing Vigar. It's scary as fuck, and I'm in his team, and I get spooked by that damage. Bruh, you alright? You got anger management issue? You just blow people up like that, and scary.
Haircut.
Yeah, I get that. So anyway, moving on to pace this out a little bit more. Game 2 coming around. You guys hit the triple ban. The fabled triple band on Greg, taking out his Lux, his Brand, and I believe his Xerath. All at the same time. So was it sort of the same thing? Was it sort of the same thing as you guys did with me? It was take him out of 3 champions that he's really well known for, and go from there.
And you guys picked away the Anivia from
him,
so
and that's
really
true.
a 4-champion denial.
Yeah, exactly. So it was that pretty much y'all's little go around there.
Well, we were thinking okay, so we picked Kog'Maw second, right? And we're like, okay, well, we don't want to do the same thing we did the series before, where we just keep the Kog'Maw alive. We're like, well, maybe if we pick carries that can protect him, the distraction will be enough. We just happened upon Anivia. Frank was like, dude, let me pick Anivia. It really wasn't like target his 4th champ. It was really just Frank feeling confident and wanting to play on the Anivia.
Okay. All right, and one more question, and then I'm pretty much done. Hansu pulling out the Jarvan, dude, the assassin Jarvan out of the jungle. I'm very surprised you didn't go back on that Graves. I was kind of thinking, maybe he'll just sort of slap himself and be like, no, I got to do better, and then re-pick up the Graves to really just carry yourself out of that mentality. But you actually chose the Jarvan. What was the whole issue? What was the whole deal behind that?
Jarvan hurts. Just with one item, that's it. Just Jarvan hurts, and he can get pretty tanky. And if he snowballs, it's really kind of hard to stop him because the damage he can put out only with 1 or 2 damage items. And yeah, I just didn't want to play Graves that game because I was pretty useless on the first game. So I'm like, maybe I should give another champion a try. Someone I can easily engage with and gank with. And Jarvan does a really good job ganking. And his 6, once Jarvan hits 6, you can't really get away from his gank unless you use a flash or something.
All right, cool. That's pretty much it for me. John, Dylan, you got anything else?
I have nothing extra to add.
Nope, nothing from me.
All right, guys. Well, congrats on your semifinal win, and we are going to be absolutely stoked for you guys to go ahead and play that final matchup against Comeback Kids over there. So best of luck to you guys, and we'll catch you guys in the final.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for hosting.
No problem. Have a good night.
You as well.
Good night.
Alright, stream, and that's pretty much gonna do it for us here. Again, make sure you give us a follow so that way you guys know whenever we go live, whenever the final matchup comes in, and the 3rd place matchup as well that we're gonna have to make sure that you catch all the action. Only 2 games left in this entire shindig. 2 games left in Season 1 of PMEA LCS. So I know I wouldn't miss it for the world, and I hope you guys don't either. Last little thing, huge shout out to every single person that has come in for every single game, every single caster that has volunteered their time, every single person that decided to stream the game. I understand it gets a little funky sometimes, but huge shout outs to everybody involved. Also, huge shout out to all the players that have been involved in this entire thing. I've had so much fun doing this, and I'm sure John and Dylan are up there with me with that same opinion, I'm sure. So, just good on you guys, and even if you didn't participate in the league this year, really hope you guys can come out season 2 and try to show out for 3,500 eyes to see, because that's how many views we've had so far. So yeah, guys, just huge shout outs, huge thanks, because this wouldn't be fun without you guys. Other than that, I think we're pretty much gonna sign off here. So this has been Sebastian, Live Pulse 94.
Dylan General Dill Ortenzi.
And John Frontlash Malcolm.
That's actually false. It's Front Iash, as you
Front
spell
Iash.
it. Yeah, exactly. But
It's a
Yeah.
silent. It's a silent I.
it's a
If we're
silent.
going for that, it's DG Hari Quinn.
Yeah, we got him.
All right.
Put that one out there.
All right.
There we go.
All right. Anyway, so we'll go ahead and we'll catch you guys on the flip.